Welcome back students. So this is the last lecture, theory lecture on rotational motion. So in last lecture we started already rolling motion, the last topic, and lot of things we have learned about rolling motion. So one more point you have to learn about rolling motion is what? The rolling motion on an inclined plane. Like in Newton's laws we have learned that sliding or you say bodies are placed on inclined plane, then they slide along that incline. We have to find like what is the velocity at the bottom, what is the time period to come down, what is the acceleration of body. This question already we have answered. Exactly same question we will be answering in case of what? Rolling. Okay, so let's start. So today's special topic of this we are learning, that's called what? Rolling on a inclined plane. Nothing will be new here, keep in mind all questions remain same that we have learned in Newton's laws, same questions here. So you have some inclined plane, this is your inclined plane, and say this is the angle of inclination theta, that's the height of this plane, vertical height, and that is what your inclined distance length, what you say s. Okay, these are things. So what you do, you put some object here, some object which can roll, like a sphere, hollow sphere, ring, disc, cylinder, hollow cylinder, all these things. Okay, you put there of some mass m and radius what r. Let's allow it to what? Roll down. So it will roll and what? Come down. So we are interested that when it comes down to the ground at this point, we are interested in knowing that what's the velocity of this object when it's here, what's the acceleration of the object, and what's the time taken to what? Reach to the bottom, right? These three questions mainly we are interested. Okay. So same thing already we done in case of sliding in Newton's laws. Okay. So say almost similar formula will come, just your rolling will be added, means rotation will be added to that sliding motion. Okay. Okay. So we assume that object is placed here and it can roll, and for rolling, for pure rolling we need always friction. If like surface is very smooth, then body will not roll purely because it will can slip or skid. Okay. So we need always a friction, okay, to what? Make what? Pure rolling. Okay, I will talk about them. Let's answer first three main questions that we are interested. So first question we are interested is knowing what? So this you write few words in your language that a body is placed at the top of an inclined plane and is now allowed to roll. So we saying is what? Purely rolling. Okay, we are doing all calculation assuming what is doing pure rolling. Okay, yes. So if we are interested in knowing what? Velocity of object on reaching what? Ground. Okay, when object comes at this point, at what velocity it comes? Okay, it start with initial velocity 0 at this point, then at what velocity will be here at this when it comes to the ground, right? Okay, so to find this velocity answer, simply we can write conservation of what? Energy. Okay, we are writing conservation of what? Energy. So let's write conservation of energy. So by writing conservation of what? Mechanical energy. Energy at that point should be equal to energy at that point, right? Energy at that point is what? Potential energy, height, right? So that's simply mgh. So I'm writing mg and h. That's the potential energy at that point, right? Okay, at this point it's rolling, so it has what? Rolling kinetic energy. Rolling kinetic energy means you know that is half mv square plus half I omega square, right? At that point it's placed at rest, so no kinetic energy, it only has what? Potential energy because at some height from the ground, right? At that point is what? Came to the ground, so height is 0, but it is what? Moving, it's rolling, so it has translatory kinetic energy plus what? Rotational kinetic energy. So both are there, it's called rolling kinetic energy. Okay, so potential is simply converted into what? Rolling kinetic energy. So again we know that this formula is simply you can write what? I told you can take half mv square common, then becomes 1 plus k square by r square. Hope you understand that how that comes. You have to put just value of inertia, okay, and you have to put what? Omega value. So this already I told you it comes like that way. Okay, so we are interested in knowing what's the velocity. So cancel this term here, mm get cancel here. So if you see the velocity at bottom will be simply what? Look here, that 2 goes there, so it becomes root 2 gh upon 1 plus k square by what? R square. That's your what? Answer. The velocity at bottom will be what? Root 2gh. This h is vertical height. We can write this answer in terms of slant height also. Let's wait. First understand this. So root 2gh upon 1 plus k square by r square. So if you see in this triangle, right? So your s, you see, you know, this is a shortcut. Remember, I always tell you, Pandit Badri Prasad, Hari Hari Bol. Okay. So this is called sin theta p by h. Okay. P by h means h by s, that's what your sin theta. Okay. So we are interested in writing this answer in terms of what? This height, slant height, right? No? Correct. The length of the inclined plane. So you see s simply becomes what? H upon what? Sin theta. So in this formula you can replace simply this. Okay. Yes. So this answer you can also write as just h we writing as what? As sin theta, right? Okay. So 2g as sin theta upon 1 plus k square by r square, and k meaning you know is called radius of what? Gyration, right? Now k root I by m. Okay, we have discussed. So if you watch here, this is called what? Velocity in case of what? Rolling. Let me write carefully. This is velocity in what? Rolling, when an object is rolling and coming here. In Newton's laws, we have found some object is placed here like a block, is slide down, and then we have to find velocity. You know, this term only comes, this term is not there, that's all. Suppose they ask velocity in case of sliding, the object is not rolling, it's just sliding, right? Now, then velocity becomes what? Simply root 2gh, that's all. This much only it comes, right? Root 2gh. Or in terms of this, you can write simply what? Root 2g as into what? Sin theta, right? Oh. So if you watch carefully, this term is always positive terms, k cannot negative. So this becomes always more than 1. So this answer always become what? Less than root 2gh. So in which case, if they ask like in which case velocity is more, one object is what? Sliding first, then it's what? Rolling. In which case the velocity will be more. So what is the answer? In case of what? Sliding. Here root 2gh only, here root 2gh by some number more than 1. So that value is always less. So keep in mind that velocity in case of sliding is always more than velocity in case of what? Rolling. For the same object, okay, like a solid sphere is first sliding, then is what? Rolling. So velocity in case of sliding will be always more. Okay. Okay. So this is your velocity answer. Okay. Let's answer next question. We are interested in calculating the acceleration of this object. Okay. We found velocity, then we will find time also. So acceleration. Okay. At what accelerating is coming what? Down. Acceleration you want to calculate. So for this you can write simply, because velocity already we know. So initial velocity we know 0, final we calculated here. So you can write equation of motion. This equation you can write v square minus u square is what? 2a into s. S means that height, length of the inclined plane, that we know, yes. So look here, this time is already 0. Initial velocity was 0. Final velocity you calculated here. So this simply becomes what? 2 gh upon 1 plus k square by what? R square is equal to 2 times acceleration into what? S, right? Okay. So just cancel it, 2 goes here, right? Okay ji. So that becomes your acceleration. What it becomes? A is equal to simply g h 1 plus k square by r square into what? S comes down, right? Now focus on this point that your S is what? Or h by s is what? Look here, h by what? S. H by s, that becomes simply sin theta, right? H by s is what? Sin theta. So this answer you can also write simply g sin theta by 1 plus k square by what? R square. This is called your acceleration case of what? Rolling. A in what? Rolling, right? And already you have learned Newton's laws that if sliding, then what is the answer comes? Simply g sin theta. The component of g along that plane becomes what? Simply g sin theta. So suppose the same answer they are asking for in case of what? Sliding. Acceleration case of sliding means this simply this term you have to make 0. This term come due to what? Rolling. Like here also this term come due to what? Rolling. If you make this term 0, you get what? Sliding answer, right? Yes. So sliding acceleration is what? Simply g sin theta, right? Yeah, here g sin theta by that term 1 plus k square by r square. Again you see that which acceleration is more in case of rolling or in case of sliding. In case of sliding g sin theta, but in case of rolling g sin theta by more than one term. So who is more? You can write A sliding acceleration in case of sliding is more than what? Acceleration in case of what? Rolling. Yeah, same relation we got for velocity also. Velocity and acceleration are more in case of what? Sliding. Okay. Okay, one more point we want to know is what? What is the time taken to roll down, right? How much time this object will take to come what? Down. Okay. Let me write here. Time taken to roll down, or you say reach the bottom. Okay. How much time will take to what? Come to the bottom or on the ground, right? Okay. So we know acceleration, we know velocity, these things. So time we can find by writing again any equation of motion. I think you can write second equation, s is equal to what? Ut plus half at square. In this equation this term is directly 0 because initial velocity is what? 0. At that point initial velocity is 0, so that term becomes 0. Okay, s, that length we know as, okay. So is okay, is half just at square. We want to find time. So you see time becomes what? 2 s by what? A, acceleration, right? So acceleration already we know, here it is, right? So if you put that value, then how the time comes? If you watch carefully, time will be 2 times, okay, as I am keeping same, A. So look here, A is here, g sin theta upon this term, right? Okay, so I am writing here, g sin theta comes down and this term goes up, k square by r square. Everything is under the root, keep in mind like that, okay. So this is in terms of what? The slant height. As you want to write in terms of height generally, then you see that we have to replace this term as, so s is h by what? Sin theta. So let us replace that here. You get time is equal to what? Or you can write time is equal to what? Okay, 2h by g sin theta square. One sin theta is already there. Then you putting s value from here, h by sin theta square plus 1 plus k, sorry 1, write it carefully, 1 plus k square by what? R square. Okay. So if you want sin theta, you can take outside also, or you can remember this much formula itself, okay. Or if you want to write time is equal to 1 by sin theta, if you want to take outside, you can take it. So this is your answer, 2h by g 1 plus k square by what? R square. So this is called time in what? Rolling. How much time will take in case of what? Rolling. Clear? Yes. And same question we have answered Newton's laws. How much time will take in case of sliding? Again you make this term 0, k square by r square term makes 0. This much remaining thing is what? Your time. So I am writing here, if they ask time in case of sliding, then this answer comes what? 1 by sin theta root 2h by g, this much only, right? So if you see here, in which case the time will be more, in case of rolling or in case of sliding. So if you watch carefully, look here, in this case these terms were divided here, but here is what? Multiplied, correct na? So same thing this much, and this term is multiplied more than 1, so this answer is big this time. So remember that time in case of rolling is more than what? Time in case of what? Sliding. Obviously you can understand that here if velocity of sliding is more, so time taken will be less, right now? Yes, sliding velocity is more, so time of rolling will be more than what? Sliding. Remember, they ask you a simple comparison to you. Okay, suppose this question they ask an exam like one object first rolls, then it what? Slides, or first slide and then roll, then they ask ratio of the velocity, acceleration and time. So you simply have to divide this term like this, or this by that, then that much terms only remains always. Okay, it's simple. Okay. One more thing I can tell you here, we do not have any much formula, this much things only we have. So I told you that when object is doing pure rolling, we always need a friction there, okay. If there is no friction, it cannot roll purely because it will skid or it will slip on a smooth surface. So always need a friction. So how much that you need? So minimum you say friction required for pure rolling. On inclined plane I am talking. So we can write actually this small derivation I am not doing, we do not need actually. So you can write like this, the minimum friction force we need is what? You take mg sin theta 1 plus k square by r square. If you remember in a case of Newton's law that object is sliding downward, mg sin theta downward and friction force is upward. So under equilibrium friction force is simply equal to mg sin theta. Here also what, that term is coming additional, like it's coming everywhere, 1 plus k square r square because of rolling, same term came here also. So minimum friction need is what, mg sin theta upon 1 plus k square by r square. Same if they ask mu minimum value, like a coefficient of friction, how much minimum we need, right? Remember last time it was tan theta, mu is equal to what, tan theta in case of sliding, Newton's laws we have learned. Here also same, it comes just tan theta by the same term 1 plus k square by r square, thus minimum coefficient of friction we need for pure rolling. Okay, yes. So this was the theoretical part here, and mainly in our exam what question they ask here, they talk about this thing, that about time, that if I put some objects here, like I put a sphere, hollow sphere, all type of this which can roll, then they start rolling at the same time from the top of that incline, then who will reach first to the ground? So that depends on your time formula. So I will explain this question. So apart from this velocity, acceleration and time, there's one more thing we need, not much important, but look here, when an object is rolling, means purely rolling, then we need some friction on that surface, otherwise it will not roll purely, because if smooth surface is there, it will can slip or it can skid. So we need a minimum friction. Okay, so same thing only, some object is what, rolling on inclined surface, this angle given theta, the side h, that's what, s, right? So if you remember in Newton's law, suppose an object slides here on a friction surface, then you know two forces are acting, mg sin theta downward, friction force upward, right? So under equilibrium friction force should be equal to what, mg sin theta. Exactly same way also we need. So you say that minimum, I am just writing, okay, this is a fourth point we are talking, okay, minimum friction required, frictional force you write properly, okay, required for pure rolling. Yes, just you have to remember this, they never ask in exam still. So minimum frictional value is what, mg sin theta, this case of in what, sliding, right? So here 1 plus r square by k square. So remember this is little important here. Last time I wrote three formula, velocity, acceleration and time, though it was coming like something like root 2 gh by 1 plus k square by r square, but in this derivation when you do, it becomes what, 1 plus r square by k square. Please focus on this point, okay, don't write it wrongly, okay. And same way they will ask you the minimum coefficient of friction, mu minimum, that required will be what, g sin theta. In case of sliding noise, what, simply equal to g sin theta, or forget, just write in terms of tan theta, mu is also equal to what, tan theta, right, no, minimum. So tan theta upon 1 plus r square by k square. Please focus on this term. In last three formulas, velocity, acceleration and time, I wrote like 1 plus k square by r square it came, okay. Here it becomes what, opposite, r square by k square. This is a little important, okay. Yes, they did not ask in this in exam, but still you should remember that for pure rolling we need friction always, okay. Yeah. Now we talk the main question they ask on this topic, okay. What's the main question they ask, which repeated many times, okay. They said that some objects are placed here, all these objects like ring, disc, hollow sphere, solid sphere, cylinder, right, all these things of same mass and radius they say, then we allow them to roll at the same time. Then they will ask that who reach first to the ground, who comes first to the ground. So that depends on time, time minimum is what, that will come first to the ground, right. Yes, so time formula just we wrote here. If you see the time formula, it was like this one, 1 by sin theta, right, 2h by g, then this term was here k square by r square. So focus on this term, because this is same for everyone, every object this values will be same. What is the varies? This term is different for all the object like a ring, disc, sphere, this value will be what, different, k square by r square term will be different. So the time directly depends on what, this term, correct na? K square upon r square. So we don't need to use the full big formula to answer the question that who comes first to the ground, okay. Just we need to focus on this term. This value is minimum, means time becomes what, minimum, k square by r square time is minimum, means t becomes minimum, means that object will come first to the ground. So this is a very important question, I am writing carefully here once more. Write like some objects are allowed to roll at same time. So here write like some object which here write an important word here, that of same mass. Okay, this value should be same mass and radius. Okay, they are allowed to roll, then okay, same time, then who will come to the first ground? Then the object having minimum value of what? This term k square by r square will reach first to the ground. So this question was repeated in our exam. Okay. So if these objects are placed, then who will come first to the ground? That depends on whose value is what? Minimum value, k square upon r square. That value should be minimum. That value minimum is time becomes minimum, means that object will come first to the ground, right? And the way which has the maximum value of this k square r square, that will come at the last. Okay. Some object will be having same value of k square r square, means they will come same time on the ground, together they will come, right? So let's understand this. Suppose by writing a problem here, we write this question. Suppose write all objects I am writing which are available for us, like a disc, ring, solid sphere, hollow sphere, solid cylinder and hollow cylinder of same radius and mass, okay, are rolled from an incline. Okay, these all objects, how many objects I wrote? 1 2 3 4 5 6 objects. Okay, these are allowed to roll from an incline. Then we have to arrange them, that who comes first to the ground and who comes last to the ground, right? Arrange them in order of reaching ground first to last. Okay, who comes first, who comes last, let's see them. Okay, so let's do one by one. Look here. So first, what is object given? Disc. Okay, let's talk about disc. This is a disc. Okay, so directly write inertia formula in front of you, because we need k terms. Okay, so disc inertia is what? Mr square by what? 2. Correct. So what will this term for that? We don't need to write complete formula to answer this type of question. Just we need what? This, because this part is same for everyone, as I said to you. Okay. So what is a k square by r square for this? What is k? What is k for this? K formula is what? Root I by m. I means this I by m means becomes what? Like remaining the root square r square by 2 means becomes what? So k value will be like you say what? R by root 2 square upon what? R square. K value I am putting. So k formula I don't need to mention again and again. K is what? Root I by m. So this is the inertia, mr square by 2 by m. So we get what? R by root 2. So if you see here, we get just 1 by 2 means 0.5. That's k square r square for what? A disc. Okay, let's move to next object. That's called ring. What's the inertia of ring? mr square. So what is k square r square for ring? So k will be simply r itself. You put that mr square by m, this becomes r. So it becomes r square by r square means what? 1 by 1 means this becomes what? 1. Move on. Solid sphere. So let's write solid S means solid sphere. Okay. What's the inertia? 2 by 5 of mr square. This is the inertia. So what will be k square r square? We need to calculate k square r square. K will be what? Simply this value by mass again. So root 2 by 5, or I am putting 2 by 5 r square directly I am putting, okay, by r square. This becomes what? 2 by 5. So 20 by 5 means this becomes 0.4. Correct? Yes. 20 by 5 is 0.4. Then next is what? Hollow sphere. There is a hollow sphere. Hollow sphere inertia is what? 2 by 3 of mr square. Means your k square r square term for this will be how much? So k square means this term only. Okay. Suppose you need k square, always directly what? Leaving mass, this term, remaining term is your k square actually. Okay. Simply. Right now, like here what is leaving m and what is term? R square by 2. That's what you are simply k square. Here is what is r square. Here is what? 2 by 5 of r square. That's k square. Okay. Here we need k square in this formula. So 2 by 3 of r square by r square, that becomes what, 2 by 3, 20 by 3 means 0.66 something. Okay, 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 hollow sphere done. Then after this I wrote what, where I wrote hollow sphere, solid cylinder and hollow cylinder. So solid cylinder in inertia is what, mr square by what, 2, right? Yes. Okay, so what is the k square by r square for term for this? K square means simply again r square by 2 by what, r square, that becomes 1 by 2, so that becomes 0.5. Then last one is what, hollow cylinder inertia is what, mr square, correct? So k square by r square terms come how much, r square by what, r square means this becomes simply what, 1, clear? Now we have calculated all 6 objects, and the k square by r square term we have calculated, and this will tell that who will come first to the ground. So look here, whose value is minimum? So you see the minimum value is what here, correct? 0.4, then 0.5, 0.66 and 1, right? So this, who is this? Solid sphere. So who will come first to the ground? Solid sphere will be reaching first to the ground, right? First. Then who comes second? 0.5. There are 2 objects which has same values. Okay. Then your disk and your, who is this, solid cylinder, they will come to the ground after that. Okay. After first comes solid sphere, then disk and solid cylinder will come together. After that this object will come. So who is this? Hollow sphere. Hollow sphere will come to the ground, right? Okay, this is done, that done, that done. Now remaining these 2 objects, what, ring and what, hollow cylinder, they will come together. What, ring and what, hollow cylinder, they will come together. So this will come at the last to the ground. Solid sphere will come to the first to the ground, right? Now same question can be asked like a velocity comparison, that these objects are rolled and who has highest velocity at the ground? Who has the highest velocity at the ground? So you know velocity formula is what? You say root 2 gh 1 plus k square by r square, right? Correct. Simply opposite of this, that's all we know. So this term is same. Again, whose velocity is maximum at the ground depends on what, this term. So we want this maximum, means this term should be what, minimum this time, right? So if this term is minimum, right, 1 plus minimum value, then we get velocity what, maximum, correct? Yes. So this term minimum here, that comes for, has what, maximum velocity at the ground. Same way can answer. Okay. Now let's do some other numerical problems on this topic. So here we have few problems based on this rolling on an inclined plane. So look here, a ring takes t1 time in sliding down an inclined plane, t1 time to slide down inclined plane, and t2 time in rolling down an inclined plane. So sliding, then time is given t1, and when it's rolling, then time is given what, t2. Along the same inclined plane, find the ratio of what, t1 to t2, correct, time. Okay. So already I told you, like we just wrote time of rolling is what first. Okay, you wrote 1 by sine theta outside, right? Okay, you can write 2s by g, or you should write in terms of h, 2h by g, 1 plus k square by r square. This is the answer in case of what, rolling. Then I told you sliding, just k square r square term you have to make 0. So if you talk like what is time in case of what, sliding, that time will be just this term you make 0, that answer only come 1 by sine theta plus 2h by what, g, this much only will be remaining, right? So they are asking that it's a ring, then you have to find what is the ratio of t1. t1 is this, the time they calling t1, this time they calling t2. Okay, so if you watch carefully, you won't write like t1 by t2, where t1 is case of what, sliding, and t2 is a rolling. Sliding is this formula, rolling this formula. So when you divide these 2 terms, this by that term, this whole term get cancelled, you actually simply will get this answer, 1 by root 1 plus k square by r square, this much only will get, right? This by that we are doing, this is going down, okay, yes. So now is the ring given, you know, ring inertia is what, you say m r square, because you have to put k value. So k simply becomes what, r square, right? I told you if you want k square, that's more easy. In this inertia formula, living mass whatever remaining, that's called what your k square. So 1 upon 1 plus r square by r square, so that becomes 1. So 1 by is coming root 2. So 1 ratio root 2, that will be time taken in case of, so you see already we have discussed that in case of time sliding, the time is what less, yes, because suppose you are coming 1 and root 2 means 1.4. So time in case of rolling is what more, okay, that's your answer. Okay, look at this problem. Now disk is given, a disk roll down an inclined plane of length L and inclination is given theta, its velocity at the bottom will be what? Velocity they are asking, okay. So velocity formula just we wrote root 2 gh upon 1 plus k square upon r square, right, this much. And as this answer they are asking in terms of what? Inclined plane, right. I have discussed with you, this is your h, that's what L, that's your theta. So you can write this formula in both format, in terms of vertical height or in or inclined height. So I already discussed that h by L, that's called what? Sin theta. So if you want to replace something h here, you can replace, there is no big thing, right. Okay. So if you replace, then this simply becomes 2 g L sin theta by 1 plus k square by r square. Again we have to put the k value, and this is given a disk. Disk given, disk inertia will be what? M r square by 2. So here k square becomes simply r square by 2. So when you put that value here in this formula, your velocity will be root 2 g L sin theta upon 1 plus k square. K square means r square by what? 2. So this becomes simply actually 1 by 2, that becomes 3 by 2. So this becomes 3 by 2, 2 will go up 4 by 3 of g L sin theta. That's your answer, okay. Yes. Okay, next question. A solid sphere, okay, and a disk of same mass and same radius rolls down an inclined plane. Calculate the ratio of the time to reach bottom will be what? Time we have to calculate to reach the bottom, and two separate objects are given. So time already we have discussed here, this is a time formula. So look here, these things will be same, what? Sin theta, 2h, these are same. So depends upon this much term only, right. So you are writing two things, what? Time of solid sphere SS by time of a disk, this I am writing along here. So that depends only this term, correct? So I can write root of complete 1 plus k square by r square of the, this is for your solid sphere, and 1 plus k square by r square for what? Disk. Do not cancel them, because k is different way, this is for solid sphere, that's for what? Your hollow, disk. Okay, solid sphere you want to put k value, inertia of solid sphere is what? 2 by 5 of m r square. So k square becomes 2 by 5 into r square. So this becomes 1 plus simply 2 by 5, r square will get cancelled, right. Okay, same way both are under the root, keep in mind. Okay, disk inertia is what? M r square by what? 2, means here k square becomes r square by 2. So this becomes 1 plus 1 by 2. So this becomes what? 7 by 5. This becomes what? 3 by what? 2, right. I think calculation correct only, nothing wrong, all under the root. So this goes up, that comes down. So this answer simply comes like this one, this becomes 14 by 15, or you say answer is what? 14 ratio 15, like that way you can say answer, okay. Yes, this is a time taken by what? A solid sphere and or disk. So very easy questions based on this general formula only they ask. Okay, look at the last problem. A solid sphere rolls down an inclined plane, okay, if its total kinetic energy is given to you as 21 joule, find the kinetic energy due to what? Rotation. So the energy questions, total energy given means energy due to what? Rolling given, and we have to find what is the kinetic energy due to what? Rotation part we have to find. So I told you already, what I told you is this, that kinetic energy of rolling is kinetic energy of translation plus kinetic energy of what? Rotation, right. Rotation we have to find, and this is given. So what you do, first take the ratio these two you find, you write like kinetic energy of rotation by kinetic energy of what? Rolling. So this becomes half I omega square, that becomes half I omega square plus half mv square, right. Okay, so this is what? A solid sphere, right. Solid sphere inertia is what? 2 by 5 mr square, here omega coming, here omega coming, so this you can replace, keep this same only, half again 2 by 5 mr square, here I forgot write omega square here, into what, omega square, plus 1 by 2 mass, velocity linear I am writing in terms of what, angular, so it becomes what, omega square r square, right. So half, look here, half get cancel, mr square get omega square also get cancel everywhere, what's the remaining on top, 2 by 5, down remaining 2 by 5 plus what, 1 by 2. Now half you have cancelled, sorry, so 1 remaining. So this becomes 2 by 5, that becomes 7 by 5, answer become what, 2 by 7. Ratio of the rotation to rolling becomes what, 2 ratio 7, and rolling is already given to us, so we have to find rotation. So kinetic, I am writing, okay, let us write kinetic energy of rotation will be 2 by 7 into kinetic energy of what, rolling, right now. Yes, that comes here. So this is given 2 by 7 into this is given 21, this goes 3 times, so 6 joule, 7 goes 3 times, okay, 3 into 2 that becomes 6 joule. So kinetic energy in case of what, in rotation part is what, 6 joule. So remaining energy means 21 minus 6, that's 15 joule will be in terms of what, translatory energy, translatory kinetic energy it will be there, right. Okay, so this is your complete rotation chapter. In one I will make a small video in which I will give the complete the summary of this chapter, okay. Yes, if you have any problem, any doubt, theoretical or numerical, if I did some calculation wrong, please put your comment, okay. And for every video please always see the comments, if something wrong here by mistake I write some calculation wrong, okay, so that I have mentioned all the time in what, comments, so please always see the comments. Thank you so much.